All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 2024. Welcome back to my workshop. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, and I figured I'd kick the new year off right by filming and producing and publishing a new video within the first week of the new year after 6 months of really infrequent activity. Hoping to get more frequent in 2024, but still, like I've said on this channel last few months, I'm maintaining the philosophy of posting things when I think they're worth posting rather than trying to follow the YouTube algorithm. So if you're not a subscriber to the channel, I highly recommend that so you get notification of any new videos. And if you're not a hacker backer yet, I have some new incentives to share with you in this video that will hopefully encourage you to become a hacker backer. Yeah, basically what I want to do in this video is just kind of give you an idea of what's in store for 24, or at least what I have planned for the channel this year. No big trips to talk about like I did with Scotland in 2023, but some fun developments, specifically what's happening here in the workshop and what I've been working on over the last 6 months instead of posting videos on a weekly basis. So I guess we'll start first with the newest bit of news, which is that I have some new clubs available on the website, hickoryhacker.com, in the web store. They're refurbished for play, so clubs that I've found in antique stores that just need a little bit of work to get back on the golf course. I've been talking for a while about trying to keep the website updated with the things that I come across in my travels, and I'm going to do a better job of that in 2024. But right now there are 9 clubs up on the website, as well as a couple beginner sets and 1 gutty set, all of which have been refurbished for play. When I come across clubs, I'll still do fresh finds videos to kind of share them, but I'm hoping that to coincide with the publishing of those fresh finds videos, I'll also have the clubs up on the web store so you can buy them right away if you're interested. I've already let the hacker backers know about these clubs about a week ago now, so they also get a 10% discount for being a hacker backer. So that's the one, actually 2 incentives to become a hacker backer, is that you'll get prior notice to clubs that I post on the website, and you'll also get a 10% discount when you buy the clubs. So yeah, check those clubs out at hickoryhacker.com. I'll have more going up in the future, in the near future. I've got, I think, 4 or 5 more beginner sets that I want to refurbish, and hoping to have those finished by the time I go to Columbus. I'm planning right now, as of today, going to the Columbus Historic Golf Equipment Show. It's basically like a golf collector's show right outside of Columbus in Dublin, Ohio, run by Gary and Susan Wickoff. It's a lot of fun, 2-day event, and yeah, there's a lot of great stuff to buy there, and I'm hoping to have a table set up at that show. So the plan right now is to be at that show, and if you're going to be in the area, I definitely recommend it. I believe it's February 18th, 19th, something like that. It's a weekend that falls within that February 19th date. So yeah, but let's talk a little bit about what else is going to show up on the store. That kind of segues me into my next topic here, and what I've been focused on in the workshop for the last 6 months. It's basically been learning how to make my own long nose golf clubs. So with the help of Elmer Nahum's practical club making book and ongoing hands-on tutorials with my friend Brad Carando, I've learned how to start making my own clubs. It took me about 10 attempts to get the first club that I was really satisfied with through every stage of the process, and that's sitting right here. This is a putter based on the 1870s Tom Morris putter template that's in practical club making, but I added put some modifications on it to make it more of a feathery era putter. One of the other things that I've been doing a lot of the last 6 months is research and studying, reading as many books as I can find on the topic of long nose club making and just that era of golf. Basically the early gutty period, 1850s, 1860s, and then earlier into the feathery era. And I've been taking copious notes, a lot of pictures, basically just compiling in my mind the details and characteristics of specific club makers' clubs and of the clubs of particular eras. And my goal with this is not so much to create replicas of these clubs, even though a lot of these templates are available. Elmer and Kelly Leonard use a lot of the templates to make their clubs. The templates are a starting point for me, but I quickly kind of diverge off the path of whatever the club is supposed to be based on the template. A big chunk of that is because I'm just not very good at following directions. But the other part of that is just my artistic side. Likes to put my own, spin on certain things. It's what I did with painting and music. If you're not familiar, I used to do all that stuff and still do on occasion. But the artistic side applied to club making is kind of the same story for me, where I've started with the template to get, the fundamentals down, but then specific details such as the curve and the head shape and some of the lines of the club, that kind of thing. I'm putting my own take on them. And what I'm doing is trying to stay true to the characteristics of the era, but basically make clubs that didn't exist back then but could have, if that makes any sense. So that's a long-winded way of explaining that I don't really feel like I'm making replicas, but more so clubs that just didn't exist in the era but could have. And going forward, those clubs are going to show up on my website when I come up with an example that I'm particularly happy with and don't need for my own personal set, and want to try to share with other people and give them an opportunity to play with. All of the clubs that I'll offer will be playable, either with, definitely with feathery clubs, but also some with early gutty balls that I'll talk about in the future on this channel, something else that I'm working on. But yeah, the idea here is to make playable clubs that didn't exist but could have, and that's the way that I'm differentiating what I'm doing with the club making versus Kelly Leonard. Kelly's a friend of mine. He's a great, fantastic club maker, and I by no means am trying to compete with him in what I'm doing. I think there's enough of a difference in our approaches to this. Kelly is certainly the guy you're going to want to go to if you have custom specs in mind for your club, or you have a specific maker's club in mind. You can go to his website, kalehickory.com, and you'll see all the different examples of templates that he uses for his clubs. And he also has his own designs mixed in there as well. But Kelly will make your club to order. My clubs, on the other hand, are going to be available when I do them. I'm not really going to take orders. I'm not going to do customizations to clubs. I really want to kind of keep this a passion project for myself and really focus on taking the time to make clubs that I'm proud of. And like I said, if I don't need them in my collection, I'm going to put them on the site for people to buy. So I consider my club making to be more of a boutique operation, not so much a business. But they will be for sale, and if you're a Hacker backer, you'll get 10% off any purchase of those clubs as well, which is going to be significant. That'll be a significant savings on certain clubs. So one last thing I want to mention about the long-nose clubs I'm making is the name. You'll notice that it's Wolf, W-U-L-F-F. Well, Wolf is my middle name. It's the last name of my grandfather on my mom's side, Fred Wolf. He was a carpenter by trade and a very good golfer. And the person who got me interested in golf in the first place when I was a little kid. Unfortunately, he passed when I was 9 years old, so I never got a chance to play with him, but I remember going to the golf course to watch him play. I remember watching the Masters with him on TV when I'd go over there on the weekends. I remember putting in the basement with his clubs, and in fact, the first round of golf that I ever played, which would have been, I think, 8th grade, I used some of his clubs. So he's always been a part of my life in that way, even though he's long passed. And figured, the Wolf name looks good on the top of a club, and it was a good way for me to pay tribute to him and, keep his legacy moving on through golf in contemporary terms. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited to share these clubs with you when they're ready. And yeah, keep an eye on that. I'll do videos too about the making of these clubs. That's another incentive for Hacker backers, actually. What I'd like to do is the more in-depth, intermediate or advanced content related to club making and hickory golf in general. That stuff's going to be on the Hacker backer side, because I've realized that a lot of the people who are Hacker backers are seasoned, hickory golfers or club makers, friends of mine. So I'm going to keep the really what I think is in the weeds stuff, but interesting if you're interested in this stuff. That's going to stay on the Hacker backer side, and I'm going to keep the free side of the channel open to kind of the introductory information and the kind of the gateway to hickory golf type information. So yeah, as it relates to club making, I'm planning on doing some real-time workshop videos where I break each phase of the process that I use to make these clubs And I'll break them down into individual videos and then hopefully have an interactive workshop kind of video experience for folks on the Hackerbacker side, where my fellow club making friends can look at my process and tell me what I can do better. And also hopefully we'll pick up some tips themselves on some things that I've figured out have made the process more efficient or better practice, whatever. So yeah, so there's that. But for the free side of the channel, what I want to do is kind of a refilming of my basic Hickory, my guide to basic Hickory golf club repair. Those are the most popular videos on my channel, but they were among the very first videos that I filmed on this channel. And almost 4 years ago now, if I'm calculating correctly. But those videos, I've learned a lot about those specific processes since then. I've learned a lot about video production since then. So what I'd like to do is kind of updated version of those videos that I'm going to call the Every Step series, where I break the process down of rehabbing a club from finding it in an antique store or flea market and taking it all the way to the course and playing with it. And I've got some of the clubs in mind already for that stage. I'll basically kind of show folks how to rehab a beginner's play set. And hopefully I'll run into some of the issues that a lot of you run into. I don't want it to be a complete cakewalk. I do hope that I'll run into a couple challenging aspects so that I can show how I work around those things. But those videos will come up on the free side sometime this year. I'll be using, hopefully, kind of a multiple camera angle presentation of those videos as well, where you've got the video above the workshop bench, but then you've also got some side cameras. And I'm also going to experiment with wearing a GoPro camera to show you kind of a first-person perspective on some of these processes. But I'm excited to put that together as well. I think it's time to kind of like I said, update some of the information. There's certain things that I show people how to do in those videos that I don't even do anymore because I've figured out a better way. So I'm looking forward to putting that together for you guys. Let me consult my notes here to see what else. Yeah, last thing I'll mention, I guess, as far as what's to look forward to in 2024 are the course vlogs that I'm planning. Obviously, if you followed this channel for the last 6 months, you realize that I haven't been posting most of the course vlogs that I shot this past year. The truth of it is, as I've talked about on this channel, there's just not enough time in the day to do everything I want to do, and I had to make some choices at the middle of the year as to what I wanted to focus my time on. And I decided that I'd been putting off the club making too long. I wanted to get into that. And so that's what I ended up focusing my time on at the expense of editing a lot of the course vlogs that I've already filmed. So the course vlogs take me 2 to 3 days of pretty consistent editing to get them to a point where I'm happy with them. And I still have a lot of great footage to share with you. I've got half of the trip from Scotland yet with Andy Groh to show you on the channel. So I'm going to continue to show those videos. I don't think they're, out of date at all. I haven't gotten any better at golf, so you'll still see me basically as good of a golfer as I am today. But the real reason to show you those videos is obviously for the golf courses that I got to play. And they include, Bethpage Black. I've been talking about, it'll probably be a year since I filmed that one, that one finally gets on the channel. But I want to get it on the channel nonetheless because I think it's a cool video and obviously a very cool golf course. And everything else that's left from Scotland is really cool too. So I'll continue to work on editing those as I get a chance. But the new course vlogs that I'm planning on filming in 2024 are very different in my opinion. What I'm going to do is set up a new series called the Hickory Golf Match Play. It's going to be 9 holes, and 3 holes of which will be feathery, 3 holes will be gutty, and 3 holes will be pre-35 or modern golf, actually with modern golf clubs, depending on who I'm playing. And it'll be a match play. So we'll kind of have, 3 separate match plays, and then, decide who the big winner is at the end of it. And the first few people that I'll be playing with are fellow club makers. So the cool thing about this, in my opinion, is that you'll be seeing us play with clubs that we make ourselves as far as the feathery and even maybe some of the gutty rounds are concerned. And you'll get to meet some new people that you haven't met on the channel before who are interested in the same things that I am as far as club making and golf history are concerned. So I'm looking forward to putting that together. The way that this is going to work in my mind is, I've contacted and I'm in the process of contacting the people that I want to feature through this series. and saying, you know, let me know when you want me to come and visit you. We'll play your home course or your favorite course, and you determine what 3 holes you want to be the feathery, what 3 holes gutty, what 3 holes pre-35. So, you know, I'm going to be the visitor in a lot of these matches, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And those videos will be easier for me to edit, in my opinion. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see. 9 holes, though, is just easier to edit all around, even if it's me and another person playing. You know, there's just a lot of editing, extra editing that doesn't need to occur because it's, you know, only 9 holes versus 18. So I think I'll be able to be more timely with how those are produced. And also hoping that, you know, I'll be able to get on some kind of schedule of frequency with those so I can promote them a little better and give you a heads up as to when you can expect to see them. So that's all to say, you know, the content that I'm going to post on the channel this year is going to be more streamlined, definitely more reflective of my personal interests and passions as they are right now, which are specifically, you know, gutty golf, feathery golf, and, you know, club making, and how those all kind of coincide and overlap. So that's it in a nutshell. If you've got anything, though, that you want me to try to tackle in the workshop, like a specific project, drop a comment below, let me know, and I'll see if I can do it myself or if I can find somebody else to feature on the channel to show you guys how to do that. I've got a couple ideas myself of things that I want to try to show you how to do as it relates to regular Hickory golf club, like pre-35 golf club repair that I haven't done yet. But anyway, yeah, like I said, let me know if there's anything you want to do. If you're interested in, you know, inviting me out to your course, if it's an interesting golf course that you think would play well with Hickory, or especially gutty or feathery, reach out to me as well. Maybe we can coordinate when I'm on my travels this year. So last thing I want to just say, though, is thank you so much for all of your support. You know, I spent half of my video probably to the Hacker backers, thanking them for their support, because they stuck with me when I really wasn't posting anything for about 6 months, but they knew what I was working on, and have been very supportive of that. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in whenever I post these videos. And again, encourage you to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and click whatever icon they give you these days to get notified of new videos, because yeah, I don't know if I can't tell you that I'm going to be posting on a regular basis, but I am hoping to post more, and you know, the notification will let you know when those pop up. So I guess that'll do it. I'll stop rambling now. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time. Take care.